Merci, Chandray.
Well, you can just put crispy on.
Chris,
No.
Great, a few more people coming in. So good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning. I don't know about you, but I've really been enjoying this sunshine. It's been really wonderful. Yeah. Okay, let's begin. So I want to welcome all of you. My name is Sandy Spurgeon, and I'll be the platform assistant today for Patricia Haller, who will be giving the talk today. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you and our family that is on live stream with us today. We know that even though you are not in the sanctuary, you are definitely in our hearts, and we are connected. So welcome. So if there's anyone who is new today, come for the very first time, we have a packet of information we would love to share with you. So if you could raise your hand, Christy Stevens will be happy to hand you the packet. So anyone new today? Looks like we're all familiar faces, so great. So after service, if you would like prayer, I will be the prayer chaplain this after service, so you're welcome to join me in the sanctuary, which is out the sanctuary doors to the left and around the corner. There's a little chapel there. In case you're not familiar with it, I will be there and welcome you and be happy to have prayer time with you. And also, if you would like to have an appointment with our Healing Prayer Circle, we'd be happy to schedule that for you. Just there's a form out in the lobby next to the bathrooms that you can fill out, and then is our heart still here? Drop it in the heart that's right here, and then we'll make arrangements to do that with you. All right. So today is the second Sunday in Advent. So we've moved to doing our Advent candles. So it's a little different than our Christ lighting candle, but let us begin. So this is. So we've lit the first candle, which was last week's candle. And I just invite you to just center yourselves here, put your feet on the ground, and get comfortable in your seat. So as we gather in this place, we ground ourselves by taking a deep breath in, all the way down to the center of our being. Then take several more breaths in as we release and let go of all thoughts and emotions. And we open a space within us to allow the presence of God to well up within. Father, Mother God, you who are the substance of all life forms, you who came as the light that shines in the darkness, invest our Advent wreath with the energy of joy on this second Sunday, symbolized by our purple candle. With each of these candles that is lit, may we rekindle within ourselves the desire to prepare a way for the birth of the Christ in us. May we ponder deeply the thought that our purpose for being in this world, is to be another Christ. With each new candle that is lit, may the flame of the Christ presence and peace grow brighter and stronger, so that this Christmas may see the radiance of the light of God shining in and through our hearts out into the world. out into the world around us. Now, in this time of pandemic, in this time of sea change for humanity, a crossroads, if you will, now is the time for us to be pure radiance. It is the truth. Let us own it. Amen. All right. Trying to follow my agenda today, since it's a little bit new. Okay. So we are delighted to have with us Gabriel and Angela. And if you'd like to stand for our first community song and join in.
Practicing the presence of illuminated light, we stand together as one, witnessing the essence of the thing behind all life. We stand together in love, and we all join hands, and our hearts open wide. Come feel the power of love inside. Yes, we walk in love, and we stand for peace, practicing the presence of the one. Practicing the presence of illuminated light, we stand together as one, witnessing the essence of the thing behind all life. We stand together in love, and we all join hands, and our hearts open wide. Come feel the power of love inside. Yes, we walk in love, and we stand for peace, practicing the presence of the one. Practicing the presence of the one. Practicing the presence of the one.
Great. So feel free to greet your neighbors with a handshake or a hug. Yeah, that pandemic was.
Yeah, not really needed.
Yeah.
I didn't go through that.
Tried to skip over it.
Oh, well, that's okay. No, you did a great job. Oh, you're fine. I just felt bad that I hadn't looked at it before.
No, I didn't read it
How
beforehand.
many times do I speak clearly? Some mornings I get up there going, I totally forgot what dress you
I know. Oh, good morning, everyone. I know this is probably one of the most fun times of the service. Getting to see everyone, get our morning hugs. And I know for some of us that live alone, we need those hugs on Sunday morning. Oh. So as we settle ourselves in this morning, I invite you just to close your eyes and take a beautiful deep breath. Go to that place inside where the Spirit of God resides in you. The love, the life, the blessings, the oneness, all that God is, you are. And we find that connection with our source deep within us. And deep within us resides a peace, as Paul said, that passes understanding. A peace that no matter what is going on in the world, no matter what is going on in our lives, there is a peace that resides deep within our being, where we know we may not understand it, but we know that no matter what is happening in our lives, in the world, in life, that God is in charge. Maybe there's confusion or upset that's going on, but within that peace that resides in us, we know that there is a reason for the turmoil. There's a growth that must take place within us. There's a surrendering that must go on for something in us. And we keep holding that deep, deep, beautiful peace as we allow all that needs to happen to happen. And within that peace, we hold the truth of ourselves, the truth of God, the truth of life, that only love exists. And in that love is health, prosperity, joy, peace, and oneness. And staying in this beautiful place, we set the intention that each name on our prayer list that is read, that person is bathed in this love and light, and that only the good comes to them. So this morning we hold Vanessa Smith, Mara Boyce, Meyer Zumwalt and the Zumwalt family, the Chandrea family, Gwen Bennett, Jinsnia Del Favro, Ken Cooper, Marty Biscoff, Gail Smolin, Jessica Norman,
Mary Healy, Owen Kim, Lindsay Brooke, all in the love and the light of God. And we hold healing and peace in our world, gratitude for our coming future minister in ministry, and may we remember the whole of love empowering our prayers. And now, staying in this beautiful place, we have the reading of our daily word.
Today's daily word is peace. I give the gift of peace. If you'd like to say that with me. I give the gift of peace. I begin the second week of Advent by affirming peace for myself and all beings, and letting the peace of God flow through me. Peaceful living does not mean isolation from the noise or turmoil. It means calm even in the middle of a hubbub. At this time of year, when so many seem busy and rushed, I rely on the peace of God that resides within to promote calm in my home, in my life, and in the world. Prayer helps me stay centered, serene, and relaxed so I can be an instrument of peace. Holding thoughts of tranquility and affirming peace in every heart, I move through this day and Advent season affirming kindness and compassion. I give the gift of peace as I let it flow from my heart like ripples on a lake, sustaining each person in concentric circles of tranquility and goodwill. The God of peace be with all of you. Romans 15:33. So now we'll do a meditation. So again, I just invite you to center yourselves, get yourself comfortable in your chairs. And you can close your eyes or just gaze softly downward. We've spoken a lot today, just several times mentioned the breath. And the breath is our way into that inner peace. So just begin by bringing your intention and attention to your breath. Just take slow breaths in and out, just at your own pace. Just feel the breath as it fills your lungs. And then slowly and with intention, exhale, releasing any tension you may be holding in your body. Just slow, even breathing, bringing the heart into a coherent state of calm and ease. Each breath moving you more deeply into the present moment. Imagine a warm golden light moving down from the top of your head, down through the upper part of through your head, through your face, behind your eyes, down through the throat, just the upper chakras, moving down into your heart center. And as you shift your awareness to your heart, imagine the breath is moving in and out from the center of your heart. Each breath slow, gentle, in your own pace. As you move more deeply into the stillness within, you signal the body it is safe to surrender. Release all worries, concerns, judgments into this space of light and love. Bring to mind something that you are very grateful for. It can be a person, a beloved pet, or even perhaps a place or an event. Allow the energy of gratitude to fill your heart and to expand within you. Every cell in your body radiating this light as gratitude bathes you with its healing energy. A gratitude that leads you to a deep inner peace. Radiate this heart energy out from your heart into the sanctuary, joining as one energetic field of light and love. Imagine this energy, this collective energy, expanding beyond the physical and energetic bodies out into the universe, touching the lives and opening the hearts of all sentient beings. Feel the power of gratitude fill your heart, expressing as and through you in the world. In gratitude, we bring this meditation to a close. Just begin to wiggle your hands and feet and gently open your eyes when you're ready. And we invite you to join in our next song or to sit more quietly.
Pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Whoa, wonderful Spirit, pour your love in me, pour your love into my heart. Whoa, wonderful Spirit, pour your grace in me, pour your grace into my heart. Whoa, wonderful Spirit, shine your light in me, Spirit.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's good to see all you here today. I love seeing faces I haven't seen for a while. So today we're on our second week in Advent, and our topic today, of course, is peace. Do you know that there's over 250 references that reference the peace of God in the Bible? And Jesus himself relayed what would be considered a much deeper peace over 35 times in his teachings. Paul, in his letter to the Philippians in chapter 4, verses 6 to 7, said, "Do not be anxious about anything. In every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus." Now, for me, I've been taking that deeper and deeper in during the last few weeks. And I went down and was helping my sister after some shoulder surgery during the whole month of November. And I took a couple of Charles Fillmore's books with me because I'm one of the rare people that love reading Charles Fillmore. And in several of the places that, as I was reading, he referred to this type of a peace that transcends understanding by stating that peace was something that each of us has inside of us. It's not something we get from the outside world. We are born with it. We were created with it. And that type of peace was the realization of the Christ that lives in you. In his book, The 12 Powers of Man, Charles wrote, "Peace is the power that comes when the mind and the soul are attuned to the spiritual realm, and that it comes when you're attuned to the spiritual truth that brings peace." And he also stated it comes to us when we are consciously living in harmony with the law of love. He also wrote in more than one place, as I was reading, that peace is not something you can produce. Oh, well, I'll sit down for 20 minutes every day and I'll get peace. Or if I go help this person, I'll be at peace. Or I'm going to be at peace if I buy that over there, then I'll be at peace. And it's not something that we can bring in, we can buy, we can do in any way, shape, or form other than going within. And it's a peace that he said that every single person can reach, but it's not about the absence of external conflicts. That it's a deeper spiritual peace that provides a stability, a hope, even a comfort, regardless of what's going on around us. And that sometimes even in the midst of the greatest conflict is when some people have found the greatest peace. And my saying that is all well and good. And it's nice to talk about that. We have this peace within us. But the challenge is how do we set ourselves up so we can find this peace? And that's really what my talk is about today. And one of the things that Charles and 3 or 4 other people that I've been reading during this last month have said is the first and foremost thing is that we have to set aside a time for prayer and meditation, for our connection with God, for us to commune with God. And it's when we turn to the Christ within, to God, to Source, whatever term you want to use, when we turn to that higher power for guidance. What should I do now? I'm coming into this situation. I don't know what to do. What should I do? What should I say? And that's when we start the process of moving into the state of peace. And then there's meditation, a time set aside from everything and everyone to just be with Source. Some people find that they can meditate better if they have soft music going. Some people have told me they can't sit and meditate, that they have to be walking out in the forest, in the woods. And when they're walking, they feel the energy of the trees. They feel the energy of the ground. They feel the energy of the animals around them. And that is their connection to Source. We have so many different types of meditations, so I'm going to let you find your best one. One of the ones that's real easy to do is called mindfulness meditation. What are you actually doing at this moment in time? What is your hand doing right now? What is your finger doing? What's your tongue doing? What are your eyes doing? Deep mindfulness meditation is where you become consciously aware of every single movement that you are doing with your physical body. It's not even outside, like, oh, I see the bird fly by. Oh, I'm hearing the trees. Oh, okay, and that's a start. When I did a weekend mindfulness meditation recently, it was, no, bring your attention even deeper within. What does your stomach feel like right now? What does the inside of your big toe feel like? And I will tell you, it got us into where we were not even aware of what was around us. We were so connected down in here. Edgar Cayce, in his book, A Search for God, says that being mindful of all that is around and within brings you in connection to the one source God. Being mindful. And when you are that mindful, you can move into this state of then asking God, what is it that you would have me do today, this moment, now? In his book, A Search for God, one of his first meditations begins with, not my will but thine, O God, be done in and through me. Let me ever be a channel of blessings, today, now, to those that I contact in every way. Let my going in, my coming out, be in accord with that thou would have me do. And as the call comes, send me, use me. And that brings us to one of the other things that happens in our lives is there's a surrender. There's a surrender that takes place inside of us where we give up the conflict. We give up the story. We give up anger, hatred, fear, and animosity. And we realize that something that happened 20 years ago to us, or last week, or even this morning, we cannot hold on to if we want to have a deeper sense of peace. And we begin to process all of that, and we say, you take it over. Sometimes we even have to say, I don't know how to release this. Help me to release it. You know, our energy, our thoughts are always going all over the place. Somebody once said, trying to hold our thoughts in and concentrate on one thing is like herding cats, that it just doesn't work. And yet it can work as we just continue to do it. You know, we're so accustomed to allowing our thoughts to just roam. Think about this, think about that. So this aspect of mindfulness, meditation, surrendering things that come in, bring us to that point of where all of a sudden we're realizing, where are my thoughts? Where are my thoughts right now? Where have your thoughts been this morning? Have any of you thought about the fact that you have to go to the store after this? The grocery list? Oh, that's right, so-and-so is coming tomorrow. I've got to remember to put that down. Peace within requires work. It requires dedication. It requires commitment. But it's not something that requires you to get on your case if you forgot to do something, or you didn't remember to watch your thoughts, or, oh, I forgot to meditate this morning. I'm supposed to do that if I want peace. No, it's finding peace is also about, okay, I didn't do that correctly, so what? I didn't do that right. I made that mistake, well, so what? The earth is not going to stop revolving if we make mistakes. Mistakes are part of our life. As I was telling my grandson when I saw him on Friday, we make mistakes to teach us. Even the most professional bike rider in those great races that they have will fall off their bikes every once in a while. And they just get back up and they keep going on that race. They don't worry about the fact that they fell off. They just get back on and go. And that's us. We may lose our tempers once in a while. We may get irritated. We may, who knows what we may say or do. And then we just take a deep breath and go, okay, I see where I can go off path. It's all okay. I just come back to me. And you know, the beautiful part about it, the more we practice doing that, the easier it becomes for us to just, okay, so I didn't do it right. Big deal, let's just move on. Because that is part of this path to peace, is acceptance. Accepting ourselves, where we are, who we are, as we are, even with our fallacies, even with the fact we didn't get much sleep last night, or we forgot to do this, or I went all the way to the store to pick this up and forgot home and I had forgotten it. Okay, big deal. It's all okay. You know, and there are days that we feel 100% connected to Source. Absolutely connected all day long. And then there's other days where we just don't feel that connection. We want it. We know it can be there, and we just feel like we're standing outside of our bodies, you know, just fluttering through life that day. And I'm here to tell you, we all have them, and there's nothing wrong. It's just one of those days. You know, life happens. Come on, events throw us off. There's 1,001 different things or more, actually, that can interfere with our lives, that throw us off center. Okay, it throws us off center. One of the aspects of this acceptance is, okay, God, I just don't feel you today, but I know you're in here. I know you're inside of me. I'm just going to go through today just having to accept that it's one of those days that I just don't feel you. So we just accept that we went off kilter. Accept it, live with it, love yourself, even give yourself a hug with it. Like, it's okay. It's okay. The day will end, and it will still be okay, and God is still with you, even though you don't feel that beautiful, beautiful interconnected. And when we're there, when we're at that point where we have an off-kilter day, it can be so easy to go down a rabbit hole of, I'm not doing something right. I should have done something differently yesterday so I could be better today. And this is where choosing thought comes in. We have the capacity to choose our thoughts. Well, no, I don't, because he said that, and he's making me do this. He's making me think this. It's like, really? He's in your head? Telling you what to think? How to feel? No. Every thought we think is a choice. And sometimes we have to sit down and start reading something spiritual, or put a meditation on, or watch a YouTube about spirituality or something that can help bring us out from the state we're in into a state of acknowledging, whether I feel it or not, the Christ is within me. I was created as the Christ. I was created as that beautiful, loving being. Whether I feel it, whether I'm thinking it, whether I'm acknowledging it right now, I am the Christ. Which brings us to self-compassion. You know, when we have compassion for ourselves, especially when we're struggling physically or emotionally, self-compassion can also lead to peace. Because self-compassion leads to forgiveness. And forgiveness, both for ourselves and others, is what is critical to having inner peace. Condemnation of ourselves, judgment of another, whether they've hurt us in some way or not, it holds us back from having that deep, deep, deep sense of inner peace. Because condemnation, no matter how light or strong, creates an inner turmoil. And that inner turmoil is what is the door that's keeping us from truly experiencing the peace that passes understanding. And I know I am one that has had some horrific things happen to them. And I know that some of you also have had some really horrific things happen in your lives. And, you know, forgiveness sometimes is not easy. It can take years sometimes to finally reach that place where forgiveness really happens. But when we, in our more mature years, can look back at our life, still remembering that thing that happened 20 years ago to us, and we still have that unforgiveness within us, and we step back from it, and we look at what happened to our lives after that happened, and we realize that as horrible as that thing was, it changed our trajectory in life, and we created or were put on a whole new path that brought us to where we are today. And if that hadn't happened, we would not have reached within ourselves to the depths of the being that we have. We would not have met this other person. We would not have gone on and had this other job. We would not have moved from the area to a place where all of a sudden the most beautiful things in our lives happened. So if we can turn our thoughts around and look at that, what we at one point can call a horrific thing happen, and we can turn around and look at it as the greatest blessing in our lives, we then are opening ourselves to a greater blessing from God than we ever thought possible. So, what are some of the other things that can help us find this peace within? And one of the key things that I have begun to find recently is staying active, physically being active, physically exercising, moving your body. If your body doesn't feel good, let me tell you, try to meditate, try to pray when you have pains and things going on in your body. It doesn't work. It works, but you don't get to that deep level when your body hurts. So the more active we can stay, the more, our diet, exercise, everything, it all leads to us having this more healthy body, this more relaxed body. When our bodies are not in pain, they can go into a very relaxed state. But when we have things that hurt and bother us, our bodies are tense. So we try to just get a little more exercise, eat a little better, get more active. All these things are just part of what we can do to relax the physical body. And when the physical body gets relaxed, our mental body relaxes, our emotional body relaxes, our spiritual body relaxes. And then take care of yourself. How many of you get a regular massage? Like at least once a month, helping your body and your muscles and everything just to relax. And in this audience, as I look around, we have so many different energy workers for different things that help us also. We've got acupuncture, we've got Reiki, we've got this, we've got that, we've got, see your chiropractor, keep your body in alignment. These are all, whether you believe it or not, these are all things that can help us relax and be able to get to this peace within that we're taught, that I'm talking about, that Paul talked about, that Jesus talked about, that Buddha talked about. I mean, we can go back centuries. And we have had spiritual teachers talking about these things. We all have different things that we can do that help us to stay at peace in these bodies, peace in our lives. And what I've been talking about is moving from the state of deciding to meditate to coming down, to coming down. And yet for some people, they've told me it wasn't until they set boundaries for themselves. Because they were giving all the time, and they realized they were getting exhausted just giving of themselves, and they had to start taking care of themselves. And so they started setting some boundaries. And as that happened and they found themselves with more time for them, then they began to exercise. And then they began to eat better. And then they began to get the rest that they needed. And then what they realized is they started to support the friends, not out of obligation, but because they wanted to. They started meeting new people that actually helped them on their path. And then they found the time for more prayer and meditation. They started surrendering things in their lives. They started realizing that they can't hold on to all those things from the past. Their stories about how their life was. And they found themselves becoming less and less judgmental of themselves and of others. And then they found themselves accepting what was. Didn't matter. Life isn't perfect. They gave up trying to be perfect. They gave up trying to have others perfect in their lives. And they said they began to just accept life as it is. Whatever presents itself is what was, whether it seemed like it was good, bad, or otherwise. They just, okay, it's here, it's in my presence, I'll just accept it. And they said then they found themselves having more compassion to others. And the one person I was speaking to said this was their path. That one day they realized all they wanted to do was sit and bless the world. Bless every one of their friends, hold everybody in this beautiful, beautiful place of love. And this one person I was talking to said that one morning in meditation I realized I had a peace settle over me that went beyond anything I ever could have experienced, anything I ever imagined. And she said, I understood the passage that Paul said to the Philippians. It was a peace that passes all understanding. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Patricia. All right. So we have come to our time of our love offering. So we invite you to take your love offering in your hands and put them over your heart. And if you're giving with another, just hold hands and we can say together our blessing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Amen. We have ushers? Yeah.
Bring me back to center. Bring me back to flow. Now my soul surrenders. Peace is all I know. Bring me back to center. Bring me back to flow. Now my soul surrenders. Peace is all I know. Peace is all I know. Peace is all I know. In this moment I am whole. Peace is all I know. Bring me back to knowing. Peace is letting go. Love is overflowing. Peace is all I know. Peace is all I know. Peace is all I know. moment I am whole. Peace is all I know. In this moment I am whole. Peace is all I know.
So we have blessed these gifts in our hearts, and we dedicate them to the work here at Unity in Gold Country and Unity worldwide. So I have a very fun announcement. Our new minister, Anad, will be joining us. Her first day at work here will be January 6th, and her first talk will be on January 12th when we do the white stone ceremony. So we're so excited to welcome her, and just looking forward to that day. So we wish her well. I know it's quite a journey to move, so we just keep her in our prayers and send light and love to her as she prepares herself to join us. Okay? All right, then a gentle reminder to all that the deadline for staffed Christmas gift is Wednesday, December 18th. Please mark your check as a staff gift. It is, if it's cash, please place it in the envelope. There's envelopes in the back here, and mark it as a staff gift. We so appreciate your honoring our staff in that way. And I think I'll do the announcements. So caramel corn is back, delicious handmade caramel corn. It won't last long. It never lasts long because I know a couple of people here that buy quite a bit. So you better beat them to the punch. Okay. It's perfect for movie nights, gifting, road trips, and more. So use a sign-up sheet, so we will make sure to order enough. And the sign-up sheet should be in the back of the sanctuary. Spiritual exploration, December 10th and December 17th, Reverend Maggie is leading a blessing circle appropriate for the holidays and New Year. Join us for this lovely experience, keeping us centered during our participation and festivities. So Tuesdays from 10:30 to 12. Calling all dreamers to examine our dreams and to dream our world. It's the dream. This class will be Thursday, December 19th, 11 to 12:30, love offering. Please use the sign-up sheets in the back again to sign up for this class. Sound bath and meditation session. Yay, Susan. Susan Tallarico, excuse me, Susan, will be join us for a system reset of body, mind, and spirit, December 12th, 1 to 2. Please bring a yoga mat, pillow, and blanket. An eye mask or eye pillow is also helpful. Prepare for this holy season and New Year. And if you have not experienced a sound bath with Susan, it's worth really taking the time to do it. It's really a beautiful experience. So we're grateful that she's willing to do it again. Sitting in the power of meditation. Sitting in the power is a particular type of meditation that mediums use to build spiritual energy. It's facilitated by Claire, Wednesdays beginning November 12th through December 18th from 11:30 to 12:30. And then food banks, we're all so good at bringing food and filling those barrels. It's wonderful. So just remember that we do have the barrels out in front, and if you would please bring non-perishable food only. Change for December is Interfaith Food Ministry. So that is it. So we want to thank our volunteer participants for this Sunday. Patricia Howler for her talk. Angela and Gabriel for beautiful music. Thank you so much. Carolyn Homan and Kathy Evil for greeting. Ushers, Larry Homan and Karen Homan. A chaplain, me. Hospitality, Mary Cooper and Nancy Kinney. Sound, Drew Towsley. And a live stream, Kelly Garmeyer. And gift and bookstore, Catherine Beatty. And children today, Francie Feenstra. So if you'd like to, let's see. Now we're going to stand, have you all stand, and we'll do our unity prayer together and song afterwards. If you'd like to hold hands. The light. Oh. Oh, okay, well, let's just say it together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, because I am, and all is well. So it is. And our closing song today is Let There Be Peace on Earth.
Praise God, there's peace on earth. I know it begins with me. Praise God, there's peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Praise God, there's peace on earth, for this is the moment now. With every step I take, this is my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, I know it begin with me.
Okay, thank you all for coming. Have a wonderful week.